the current chairman of APC was smuggled out of that meeting. I swear to whoever you believe in, if he was allowed, we could have killed him in that hole and nothing will have happened.
So
Heaven
you are
will not fall.
terrorists.
I
Are you a
agree. We are
terrorist?
Boko Haram. We are Boko Haram.
Okay,
Easy,
Do
yeah.
you
you're
have a
Did
problem
you
speaking
with
for
hear
that?
that? He
yourself.
says
Oh. You are
by his own
speaking
mouth.
for
We
yourself.
are
Please
Boko
just
Haram.
your
Do you have
This
a
is
problem
better
with
just your
that?
though.
coordinates
If
so
I am
Do you
that
have
not
a
you
Boko
problem
get
with that?
Haram,
answers.
even though I'm here.
Besides, it was Kashi Shetima that formed
This
the
is a
Boko Haram. Do you have a
recorded
problem
space.
with that?
It don't happen. Tinubu, this guy, is the number one enemy of the Fulani. Yesterday, after that meeting, I found myself in an online webinar listening to the North. You know, I've stayed in the North, so I have access to all these northern spaces. Let me tell you, the North are ready to break Tinubu's 2027 dream. They are saying anybody that they will vote for must pick whoever they drop as vice. That they are ready to work with Obi, but Obi must accept whoever they give him, even if now one terrorist that they don't mind. I'm going to play that audio for you now. Make sure you pay attention. I'll come in between to analyze some of those things. Let's listen together.
If we don't get Kashim Shetima, yeah. So if Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the current president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, the master strategist, the guy that controls the political team in Nigeria, right? Our preferred vice president, we will show him on the polls. We will sit down as northerners and pick. What I'm saying is that Northeast have spoken that we want our Kashim Shetima as our vice president. If Tinubu decided to bring in Aisha or all these Lagos boys, no wahala. We will sit down as Northeast and decide who should we support, Shetima, presidency or somebody else. So that to us, we will think
And
about it.
Aisha,
If Tinubu decided to pick Aisha, we will show him at the north. We know. If you're stupid, we're not stupid. We know. And let me tell you one thing. We in the north, we know what we can offer. So all our vote, we have put it together. So and our
He has,
northerners
oh,
allow us
he
now. You
has.
guys used to insult us with marrying 4 wives and giving too much children. Why are you worried about our decision as northerners?
But
Even
let me
Aisha is
ask you
here.
this.
Aisha may be
Let
the
let
second
me
or the
ask you
fourth or
this.
the
Sorry,
fifth wife.
hold on.
She's
Let me
not
just
angry.
ask
Why
you.
are you angry?
Would
Allow
you
the northerners to make
prefer
decision for themselves.
the presidency in 2031 or the vice presidency now? Which one would you take for the Northeast?
It's none of your business. We will decide that when the Lagos boys decided to respect us or
Please
not.
bring.
Let me explain to you. Osimbajo was a vice president for 8 years. That's number one. Give that to Kashi Shetima. That's number one. Number two, Osimbajo was given an acting president. Can you give Kashi Shetima an acting president? Number three, Osimbajo was never
Osinbajo did not ask
removed.
Buhari to be sick for almost 78 days. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
but Tinubu is more than sick now because people have been killed in
Has he
Middlebelt
been gone
for more
away
than
from office
48
for
hours and he did
78
nothing.
days? Has he been
Chief,
gone from
whether
office
you
for
like,
78 days? He
Chief,
has not.
can you respect our decision as northerners? We have decided to give you Vice President Kashi Shetima. Can you respect that? If you don't like that, choose another person and then we will show you that we are northerners. Simple. Go
well,
ahead. Next question,
well, he's
please.
still going to choose another northerner, but not
No
Shetima.
wahala. When you
Shetima
choose
will be in
another,
the market selling ice cream.
no
So
wahala. When
another
you choose,
northern
wait,
Ramsey,
bloc
listen,
will vote
please,
for him.
listen.
people should stop
Listen,
pressing.
when
Should
you
stop
choose another
pressing
northerner,
convenience.
we will show him at the poll that
I'm
we
having
told him
headache.
to pick Kashi Shetima and he refused. For that reason, we will go with another candidate. Allow us to decide.
So you see, these guys, they have that mentality that as a southerner, you have no weight. A southerner, you have no say. A southerner, you should not be at liberty to say that you want to drop one person and use one person. They're saying that all these machinations that is going on against Kashim Shetima is being perpetrated by Remi Tinubu and of course the Secretary General to the Federation and of course Nuhu Rubadu. They are saying all of these are happening so that they can bring in a Christian vice president. It's crazy. There's more to listen to. These guys are saying that if they are to be called terrorist bandits, they don't care. That if Tinubu dares not use Kashim Shetima, they will do everything to bring this country to its knees. In fact, Professor Zulum was even the one instigating people. Yes, because all those that were there are the Professor Zulum people. And don't forget, Professor Zulum is a protege of Shetima, right? So Professor Zulum is fighting for his mentor, right? Kashim Shetima today is a ghost worker. There has been rumors for a couple of months that Kashim Shetima and Tinubu are not in good terms. But we see them so many times, they come out, they kind of cosmetize it. They just try and deceive us with some level of just show of shame. But finally, it has gotten, and the chicken has come home to roost. Let us listen to more of their cries. And it is sweet me. It is sweet me.
So we have told him what we want. We want Kashim
But
Shettima not to
Kwankwaso
come
is
to
more
talk.
popular than Shetima in the north. You know that.
Are
Tizi,
you the one to
did you
tell us who
follow
is more popular
did
for
you
us in the
follow the
north,
slap
or we are the one to tell
Ganduje? Were
you?
you part of
Why are
those
you
that
putting
slap
on us
Ganduje?
who is more popular?
Were
Why
you
can't we
there?
Just
Did
respect
you
our
know,
follow slap
decision?
just like we
Ganduje?
know that Buhari is more popular than Atiku. We know.
So you know not more than us. Is that what they're telling us?
But
You
Tizen,
Well,
follow
how
slap
Tizen,
many votes do
Ganduje.
you
Who
Tizen,
have?
slap
let me
Ganduje?
ask you another
Who
question.
slap
Tisha,
who
how many
slapped
votes do you have?
Ganduje?
Tizen, let me ask you another question.
Brother, I
Tizen,
am
can you,
speaking as a northerner.
Tizen,
If you
Tishe
look
is
at that,
married to
wait,
16 wives.
can you
He
listen,
has
please? Can you listen?
155 children,
Can you
and they
listen,
are
please?
all
Can you
eligible to
listen, please?
vote.
Can you listen, please? In that meeting, if you see the current chairman of APC was smuggled out of that meeting. I swear to whoever you believe in, if he was allowed, we could have killed him in that hole and nothing will happen.
So
Heaven
you are
will not fall.
terrorists.
I
Are you a
agree. We are
terrorist?
Boko Haram. We are Boko Haram.
Okay,
Tizi,
Do
you
you
are
have a
did you
problem
speaking
with
for
hear
that?
that? He
yourself.
says
Oh. You are
by his own
speaking
mouth.
for
We
yourself.
are
Please
Boko
don't
This
be
Haram. Do
space
you have
is
a problem
don't
with
recorded
be a
that?
though.
coordinate.
If I
So
am
Do you
that
have a
not
we don't
problem
Boko
with
all
that?
Haram,
record.
Besides,
even though I'm here,
it was Kashim Shettima that
This
formed the
is a
Boko Haram. Do you have a
recorded
problem
space.
with
You are
that?
so stupid, Tizi. You can't be
I agree. I
talking
am
this
so
way.
stupid.
please,
I
Tizen,
say
disclaimer,
you
Why
did
would
it
you
for
be
disclaimer.
his sixth
saying
wife.
why would you be
Go
Every
saying this
and
choice
type
of
of
words
service
I
things
your
and
say
you say
husband.
you
here
are
is
speaking as a
only
northerner?
owned by
Please keep
Tiffy.
quiet.
Yes,
I owe no responsibility to Boko Haram. I am not a terrorist.
we have an,
I
you,
am equal to
you,
them. Allow them. If they
you have not heard Ashiwaju. He has not said anything about not picking Shetima. Everything you've heard, you don't know if those have been rumors, rumor mongers. Secondly, how would you want to kill your party chairman? If you kill your party chairman, are you going to be the party chairman? What we are saying here is we support you. Kashim Shetima has to be on that ticket, 100%. Because you guys supported that ticket from the beginning, and you must support it again. Anything that will change it is null and void. It's dead on arrival. I support you 100%. But my question, if you don't get it, what are you going to do? That's my question.
Okay, my response to your question is if we don't get Kashim Shetima, if Ashiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the current president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, the master strategist, the guy that controls the political team in Nigeria, right? Our preferred vice president, we will show him on the polls. We will sit down as northerners and pick the
Is it me? I can't hear Tize again. Tize, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Are you still there? Anyways,
He's disconnected. He's
Well,
disconnected for some reason. It's
I think
this
it's
is the
disconnected.
network.
yeah, I think he's disconnected. Well, that was interesting. That was interesting.
Abbas,
Well,
you are here. Why didn't you help out, Tizi? Eh? Oh, Abbas, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes, we
yes.
can, Aisha. How are you?
Aisha, my sister, how are you?
I'm good.
I've been
Long
dashed to
time.
Lagos today. Long time.
Something will happen for your house.
For my state self.
I'm telling you.
I just come
Anyway, me,
online
I
to say
even
they
came
don't
for
chase
Tuesday and he
Ganduje
dropped.
with slaps.
Tuesday. Okay, he's still in the listeners
Yeah,
section.
Yeah.
Aisha,
So
thank
Is
you for
10/10.
Gombe
coming back.
10
northeast
over
or not
10.
or not
Can you hear me
central?
now? Can
Gombe
you
is
hear me
not
now?
east.
Gombe is not east.
Can you hear me
Oh,
now?
We are
why did
not
you say
east.
you're not from
Tuesday.
the northeast then?
Can, can
We,
you hear me
we,
Maybe
now?
he
no,
didn't
nah,
know.
he
Very
knows.
Sorry, Tize, guys, we have Tize back. Can we listen to him again? He's back.
No, Ayo must come up. On Ayo.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Hello, Tize, we can hear you.
Let's bring him back. He needs to hear
Yeah.
us.
So what I'm saying is that Northeast have spoken that we want our Kashim Shetima as our vice president. If Tinubu decided to bring in Aisha or all these Lagos boys, no wahala. We will sit down as Northeast and decide who should we support. Shetima, presidency or somebody else. So that to us, we will think
Can
about it
Aisha,
and we
as someone
communicate
who
in
is
our
from
group.
northeast, be part of that decision?
Hmm. Kashim Shettima is our interest.
I beg God, I
You
talk
guys
now.
allow him
So I'm
finish now
listening.
so
I
we
beg
can
God,
move
I
So
on.
talk.
Tuesday,
Just
can
guys,
I go
mute your
after
mic.
Tuesday?
Guys,
respectively, if Tinubu decided to pick Aisha, we will show him at the poll that
Tize, what kind of phone are you using? How All right, go ahead, Tize. Please, guys, let's listen to what Tize is making a lot of sense. He cannot live here without pouring everything. Tize, go ahead. Tize, go ahead.
He has
He
dropped.
has
It's the
dropped
double
again.
mute that affected him. It's the double mute.
Tize, if you are still listening, can you request the? Okay, I think no, that's not him. Anyways,
Anyway, before Tuesday come, Tuesday, what is happening to you guys is not nice. They're not trying for you people. But in case they don't want to continue with you, people should come for the coalition. We the coalition might not promise you VP, but something good day. Something is better than nothing. Don't worry.
Small yash, our small yash don't shake today.
but Shetima can
I
still
shall
he can
leave
still
us.
take
Aisha,
chief of
I
staff
shall
now.
leave us.
Can he do?
this not his vote that they're threatening us with. Why is it 1.7 or be 1.1? They said. Come and
Don't go
bring
to the
it.
numbers, Aisha. Please leave us alone.
Bring it for us. If they don't value you people, us we value you. VP might not dey on the
No,
Hey, we'll
table, but
have
something go dey.
Aisha,
sorry guys,
Aisha,
hold on one second.
the 1 point something vote is AMPP vote too.
Sorry, guys.
And they should carry it and bring it now.
Odoayo,
Uh-huh.
good to have you here. Good
Eh?
morning, Abi. Yeah, good morning.
Not East vote
How
for
are you doing,
fellow.
Odoayo?
Not East
And
vote for
You say
fellow.
what?
exactly.
Yes,
This is
so
the
You
Eh?
call
yes,
right
me?
come
time
and
to
buy
push
what
it.
we're selling.
Tuesday,
Where is
they did not
Atiku? Where
try
is
for you
Anyways,
people,
Atiku?
I
oh.
don't surprised, Sha. I think it came it came very late because I think Shetima and Tinubu not get anything in common. Sincerely, they don't get anything in common. First, Tinubu does not believe in state police. Tinubu, Shetima doesn't believe in most of the principles that Tinubu believes in. So you're going to be a cross purpose against what Tinubu will be effecting 2027 beyond. The North have seen what Tinubu was going to do, decimate them, and reduce the homogeneity that you are seeing today. So with that in mind, they will not allow him to be. It's beyond 2007 politics for the North, right? What you see today is beyond what you are talking about. I've seen it before, I've talked about it, but people thought maybe I was joking when I talk about it because I personally I know Shetima and I know Buhari. Buhari has the mentality and views about Nigeria politics. It's different from Tinubu's views of Nigeria politics, fundamentally different. I wonder how they run the election together, whether they're debating themselves. maybe they can work together and see whatever it is. No, they cannot work together. The first problem they had was the issue of tax bill, right? The tax bill was a big issue in Aso Rock. Was so big that it was like almost a fracas between the two groups. So if you see people like Senator Dume particularly, you see him. Maybe one of these days I will invite him to Twitter. Dume was talking about. You see him talking about all this thing we're talking about. He was not talking about from the perspective of him as a person. No. Last week or last 2 weeks, it was on Channel Television. He said 21 governors endorsed Jonathan. Jonathan lost election. APC people got angry because few weeks before that time, he said that okay, the president is doing well by appointing people from other part of the country in his appointments. That's the first thing. People say, "Oh, he don't calm down. He don't calm down." Now he don't take another stroke again. People say, "Ah, this guy don't go again," because you think you want to play these people. They already make up their mind. Not only the things that you want to change their mind one way or the other. So whatever you saw today, you see Zulum standing for his boss, who you believe very well that made him a governor, was it by mistake? And it's not just coming from Zulum. There's a strong, what's it called? This Kanuri group. They're very strong. Kanuri group is very, very strong. They're very strong even in Abuja, right? They're very strong even in Abuja. So they have very strong courts. So you can easily argue your own argument from back and forth. That's no problem. They have Kanuri in most part of the northeast in Nigeria today, not just in Borno State. So Borno State may be their home, not like Bayelsa. Usually is a home for Bayelsa. That doesn't mean that say that only Kanuri did there. Kanuri gets home for every part of the northeast, right? So they are very strong people, and they be like those Fulani people. They have oneness in their head. They don't they think say they Kanuri from Gombe or if Kanuri from Bauchi. They be strong Kanuri everywhere you see them. They have one mentality. So whatever Tinubu they cook, well, it's already shown that Tinubu don't know how to cook. Some of us actually overrated him to saying that he knows better than he would do. I don't know. Because if I was Tinubu, I would not have picked Shetima from the beginning. Shetima does not have his opinion, does not have his agreement in many issues. And he's not a flexible person in that sense. That let me be flexible enough to listen to what you are talking about and all those things. They are not flexible. These persons are not flexible. But why for this? Why not they flexible? That's what I say. This program you want to implement, you will remove poverty, you will reduce many people to get more money. If you don't give one those sentiment, he will just agree with you. If you don't bring those sentiment to him, he will never agree with you. He will even like write all the you will waste your time. Show and where you go comot poverty for people. Show and where people waiting for the person waiting for the ground go meet the end. You go meet the end, but how you won't meet the end point. That's what I will trust you. He will trust you completely to go and implement it the way you have showed him. If you fail, that's not your problem. That's not his problem. Like you fail. Not being fail, but that's not leadership we're talking about. So Shettima does not have that flexibility to say you want to rigmarole around certain issues and all that. Those issues are critical to Nigerian development. They're critical to what Nigeria is today. For instance, resource control, right? Imagine Tinubu trying to change resource control to 2027. That would be a big issue for the north.
Odunayo, where you dey
Yeah.
go with this submission for God's
Because I
sake,
don't go somewhere, that's
Odunayo?
the issues.
The,
I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. My intention of this Twitter is to use it. You see, some people say they get APC, they get Twitter. We will use this Twitter to go use and achieve success. This Twitter, 2025 year. We go they cook till 2027. So they go understand say, now we know they try to give people chance to like do it. I want to create a forum on Twitter here. Bring people, all these eminent Nigerians from the north, particularly, which I have opportunity to know many of them then, to bring them on Twitter to come discuss. So unfortunately, I lost my contact. But I just to retrieve all my contact back so that I can bring them on. But this is what I know about because I've had opportunity to Isuya with Chetima and Idome on the same plate. So I can tell you for free that these people have a way they behave. My guy was from there. He's from there. Let me say he was from there. He's from there. They have a way they behave. All of them behave the same way, the same mentality. They don't change their view. Unless you have to explain to that why he need to change his view. But that one, you need to speak English very well. So that's just it. So what happened today is a beautiful thing for democracy. First, that's the first thing. Democracy is at work. So that's one thing I agree with. And what it means is that Tinubu self he bragged in the National Assembly that he's happy that the democracy, the opposition party should destroy or whatever it is. I mean, I believe very well that it's going to be a big issue for Tinubu. One, if you reject him, it's a big issue. If you take him along, it's a big issue because they don't have agreement on issues, and it's going to be a presidency that will be big problem in presidency. If they manage to win the 27 election together, they will start to dey fight. I know, start to dey fight. It's beyond when you say that Fulani. No, these are like Kanuri. They're very stubborn. They're not the year word at all. At all. Like Fulani people. They're not their own. They different too. They get cut group. So for agency, for ministry, everywhere they get their own cut group. So if you argue for that, that's your opinion. So that's what I know for free. That's one. Two. If Tinubu drop out, I go and pick another a Christian person. Tinubu will fail very well, because that sympathy he got 2023 will be a big deal. Was a big deal for him. It will not work again. First, he's not even a Christian. First of all, in the South, they don't see him as somebody with integrity and all that. So it's going to be a great issues, right? The only thing I'm working for Tinubu today, maybe two things. Is a starter now. One, two. It's president of Nigeria. So you understand the executive power of the president. So once you understand the executive power of the president of Nigeria, you can use it to achieve whatever you want to achieve. That's these two things are the reason why working for him. Development he has failed. Politics, so he's still failing because people say he gets politics for a head. No, he only work in the south. He doesn't work in the north. All the politics where they play doesn't work in the north. The north don't wake up their mind. Because when I spoke with my friend this afternoon, his view is for Katsina State. His view was very strong. And this was a guy that we had fought in NBA competition 2022. The law just in what other four estate. He got angry. He almost fought with knife because of Tinubu and Obi. So today now, I mean, they tell us say it's okay, don't worry, you reach your hand and all that. So let me say that small boy for APC. If I was a legal advisor to APC, so I'm not talking about somebody on the street and all that. So they get information strong as it is. So with as it's made, I believe very well that it's a good thing for democracy that Tinubu is about to be removed. Our prayer is being answered gradually, and by the grace of God 27, God will open our mind and remove Tinubu completely because for me, Tinubu is an embarrassment to Nigeria. That's the honest truth. That's my personal bias. It's an embarrassment to Nigerian state. Being president of Nigeria is an embarrassment of whatever we believe in, either religious view or any other view where we believe in. Tinubu is an embarrassment to it. Thank you.